Welcome to Brenda versus Lisa questions. I'm your host, Lisa. And this is
Brenda!
Yay! And we are coming
out of the box! Now I really need to try to get out of the box.
Out of the box.
How do I manage that? Hold on.
Just stay in it. Who needs to come out of it, really? Oh my God.
It was hot in there.
Okay.
That was fun. That was a workout.
Woo. Welcome in, everybody. I don't know whose bright idea this was, but we're going to do it anyway.
Well, remember that you can see all. Do I see the chats, or are you the only one who sees the chats?
You can see the chats if you want to see the chats.
If it's up to you. I'm not seeing anything right now.
You can see the chats if you want to see the chats. You just press your comments on your StreamYard. We're not listening to them anyway. We're talking to each other.
That's right.
We can ignore them. They've had
but we're happy they're here.
Oh yeah, there is that. Welcome in, guys.
Hold on, guys. Hold on.
She has some frogs, methinks. Okay. Happy?
Yes.
Good. I'm a little bit bright. I don't like being this bright, but I can't get any dimmer.
You are bright.
I am a bit bright.
That says a lot about you. You're bright. You're bright.
Uh-huh. If you say so. Okay, now, Miss Brenda, would you like to show them how professional you have been in gathering your questions?
I would say, but I went ahead and emailed myself all the questions that you guys have submitted. I did get some via email though, which was great. But then I went through my own email of questions and I picked 30 of them, which I wrote down so that I won't have to be going through this huge list of questions.
But you see how professional she is? And then you look at me. Enter the post office receipt with questions written on the back. That's how professional we do it. Right. As we are coming out of the box, shall we hit this off, Miss Brenda, and see what happens? What's the time? We are at Eastern?
12:04. 12:04 Eastern.
You guys should be eating lunch, not here. Okay. There are some fairly nice, easy questions. There are a couple of out of the box.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see what happens. Let's start off.
The questions, I think the questions will be most interesting.
That's one word. Okay, you ready to be eased in, Brenda? This is going to be weird that I'm not only asking questions, but I'm getting them asked back at me. It scares me. Okay, this is kind of a two-parter.
Oh.
There are some of those. Do you have siblings?
Yes.
Where do you rank in the siblingness?
I rank two different ways. I rank at the bottom of the totem pole on one and second to the bottom of the totem pole on the other. And the reason I have two is because with my birth mother and father, I just have one older sister. And with my stepfather, we are a total of 5. So we're like the Brady Bunch. My stepfather has 3 children. My mom had 2, and we came together. We're 5. but they got married when I was 4 years old, so we've all grown together.
Aw. So
So
were you spoiled in amongst all of that?
no, no. We're four girls. We're four girls. I'm the baby girl. Was not spoiled, but there's only one boy, and he's the baby. So he's the spoiled one.
Fair enough. Fair
Yeah.
enough. That's one question done.
All right.
Oh, heck.
Are you ready?
No, I haven't been ready all week.
Let me take a shot of this. It's just water.
Let me take a shot of this. No, you're supposed to tell them it's tequila or vodka. I mean, program girl.
Okay, your question number one is, do you have, this is a two-parter as well. Do you have a celebrity crush, and who?
I do, but there's three at the top, and I can't choose between either of them. Does
What are the three?
that? If anybody knows Gordon Sumner, aka Sting, he's
Yes.
got very big feet.
Oh.
Tantric, bring it on. There's also Eminem, which I'm sure everybody knows. Eminem, like me, a bit of bad boy. And there's one that nobody will probably know unless they're English, and that's Craig Charles. But I'll leave it at that. What was the second part? Sorry, who was my celebrity crush and
who? If you had one, and who? So that's your two.
So
Yeah.
I'm really sorry, but there are three all at the top, and I don't get me to choose between the three of them because I ain't gonna say no to any of them. They'd probably say no to me, but Gordon does have big feet and he does do tantric. Okay,
Well,
so Brenda,
I'm sure if you melted them all into one, they make the perfect celebrity crush, right? You have the big feet with the bad boy, and the other, I don't know.
Craig, bless him, is a half caste. He's got some beautiful colouring, and he's a bit of a goofball in reality. And
So you have personality, you have bad boy, and you have big feet.
Yeah.
So that's why I say if you mix them all into one, you have the perfect crush.
Yes. Okay. Okay. Now I've got so many visions in my head right now.
Sorry.
It's okay. We'll blame whoever gave the question. Do you know what? I'm going to throw the same question back at you.
I can't say that I have. I used to have one. I used to have way back when I was much younger, I used to have a crush on Al Pacino.
Really?
Not anymore. Not anymore.
Why, Mr. Al Pacino?
There was something about his Godfather series and also Scarface, that bad boy.
The protector
Air that he used to have, but not anymore. I don't. Now he's, to me, I mean, he's an actor, and he looks and dresses like an older actor.
We grow up, we look, and we're like, what on earth?
I know.
I'm afraid to say that all three of mine, they've carried on through. Okay. Give me one, miss. Give me one.
If you could have any job, what would it be?
Midwife.
Really?
Really, to bring a miracle into the world, to bring new life into the world and make two people so happy. And when I say two people, I know there's a lot of single parents that give birth, but they have a friend or they have family and it's very, very, very rare that you have somebody giving birth when they're completely on their own. So there's always, or tends to be, somebody else there, and a new life brings so much happiness to not only the person who's given birth, even if they're going to give that child away, but also to those around. Miracle of life is just, it fascinates me, and it just, oh, yeah, midwife.
That's awesome. That is really awesome. I didn't think that that would be something you would want to
There is
do.
kind of an alternative that I was aiming for when I left school, because my mother told me that I'd never be a midwife because you have to tell people that their baby's dead and their mum's dead. And that kind of semi put me off. So I decided I wanted to be somebody that does autopsies. I wanted to find out why people died. Is that more up the street that you were thinking that I was?
No.
No, really?
No.
It's life and death. It's,
Yeah.
why does life come here and why have we died? It's like there's never really been anything in between.
But it's really interesting what you said, because not that I'm going to apply the same question to me, but I was almost in the same situation with as you were. When I was in school, I wanted to pursue and be an attorney. And my dad told me, don't be an attorney. Attorneys are a bunch of crooks. And that shattered my mentality of what I wanted to be. So I went now into the HR field, which I think in a way it's very similar, because even though in HR you're still fighting for your associates, you are a very fine line between your corporate executives and your associates, and it's you're almost like their advocate. So I still find myself very much in some of the same mentality, just not in the same field.
So unfortunately for you, we had a similar thing. Sorry.
Next question.
Right, madame. Have you ever been a babysitter?
Oh yeah, I have been
Oh yeah.
a babysitter.
Who did you babysit?
I used to babysit this little boy near my home. I must have been like 15 years old at the time. And his dad was a European. He was involved with the soccer federation, and he was out of the country quite often. And I remember one time he was home, and I guess he tried to do things to try to make it up to his little boy. His little boy must have been like 4 years old or 5 years old. I can't remember exactly. I think between 5 and 6. So he got us tickets to go see Michael Jackson tour. And so he took me with him. So it was like, hey.
Am I allowed to say cow? Right.
Yes.
Dang.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, I'm still trying to sort out lighting and stuff while we're talking and trying
That's
to
okay. Yeah, so that was one of the few. I used to babysit another couple little boys, but just once in a while.
Wow. Wow. Okay. I wonder if she was one of those babysitters.
No.
She says no, but you do wonder. It's
No, no, no.
okay, my dear. Your turn. Oh, my turn. Whichever turn it is.
I'll ask you, what is your ultimate vacation destination?
For vacation. Oh, heck. Oh, I knew there'd be somewhere I'd be completely stumped. I've never really properly thought of it, but I guess right now it's not realistic, but it is a realistic goal in the life, as it were. I would really like to go to Finland to see a pen friend that I've had since I was 17. And I'd like to go in winter because Finland in the winter is proper thick snow, full on minus centigrades, like double figures, whack up the snow, proper winter. I'd never survive, but I'd love to go. I'd be kind of going around in the house going, I need to get warm, I need to get warm, I need to get warm. And she'd be like, but it's so hot. I need to get warm, I need to get warm. But, I'd love to experience that, and it'd be wonderful to actually meet her because we've never seen each other in real life. We've just been friends. So that would be lovely. I'd love that. There you go. There you go. Okay, now we don't want any silly, mushy answers for this one.
Oh, God. I'm a mushy person. I cry at the drop of a pen.
We ain't doing mush. Okay? You don't need to be embarrassed. Just no mush.
Where's my box?
Don't worry. You can leave it alone. I mean, you can hug it if you want to, if you need a friend. Okay. Who would you want to marry if you weren't already? No mushiness. If you come out with, there's nobody else but my husband that I'd want to marry, we don't want to hear that rubbish. Give us the answer we want to hear. I'm a mush.
It's mushy because I got married so young, I didn't get an opportunity to meet many people. So, knowing what I know now, I will still remarry him again.
Yeah, we went down the mud. I tried, guys.
I know. Let me tell you something. Had you asked me 20 years ago, I would have said, no, if you would have asked me 25 years ago, I would have said I would marry the first guy who walked down the street. It was so bad. But knowing what I know now and based on what we've overcome, I have to say that I would marry him all over again.
Okay, I'm feeling around. I don't have a bucket to hand. I tried. Okay, you didn't want mush. I tried.
Listen, I don't know. I really, like I said, I got married at the age of 19. I mean, who do you meet? I mean, you don't have an opportunity to really meet many people before. I mean, yeah, friends, but nothing. I mean, you don't have an extensive dating life by the age of 19. Okay, sorry. Maybe you did. I didn't.
I think I've been through the entire county by 19. I mean, the good thing is you were a good girl, which we hate. We don't want to hear about good girls. But
well, if you ask my mom, I wasn't really a good girl. I moved out of the house when I was 18 years old, and I was already dating my husband, and things just kind of fast forwarded the relationship, and we got married. My daughter was born 4 months later.
No wonder they rushed it. Okay, right. I'm just going to very quickly rescue Beanie because she's hanging off the curtain because she can't get a claw out. But I'm here, so give me a question.
Question for you. Oh
no!
What
like that?
No, it's really good, and I can't wait to hear your answer. What famous person? And a couple people actually asked this in different ways, but what famous person in history, dead or alive, would you like to have on the spotlight or in your spotlight?
Oh no, just Joan of Arc.
Really?
I'd have to have subtitles, obviously. But for somebody of that time, to go completely against the grain and say, I'm not listening to what you say. I'm going to do what I want to do. I'm going to stand my ground and I'm going to fight for what I believe in. Like, huge testament to her. Huge testament. So, yes, I'd need the subtitles. I really would. But she would be my dinner guest. She would be my in the spotlight. Yeah, I'm sorry it's not a YouTuber, but I'm sure if she was still around, she would be.
No, I think that's what they were wanting to hear. Who in history? I mean, who?
Yeah, but without question, I was struggling to think of a name. I was going Joan. What's her name? Joan of Arc. Yeah, big time. Joan of Arc. There you go. That was nice and quick. I'll get my receipt back out. Okay. I'm so professional. I even had it upside
down. Okay.
I love it. Okay. I asked for out of the box questions. Are you ready?
Yeah.
What is your opinion of the black hole theory?
The black hole theory? I
We wanted
my opinion is that it's there. It doesn't impact my life one way or another. Therefore, it's like a zero to the left, and it doesn't weigh any or take any space in my brain or any space in my thought process. I think if there's a hole, if I was an astronaut, I just want to make sure I stay away from it.
I think you might have a little bit of a different attitude if you were an astronaut.
Exactly.
But there you go. That was I think that the person that sent that, you know who you are if you're watching. I think that's the best out of the box question we had. So well done. Come to me and you might get a little something like thank you. But well done.
This one's a little bit out of the box too. I didn't see this coming and but I thought it was quite funny actually. And the question is, do you like Bob Ross?
Do I like Bob Ross? How out of the box is that? Okay, do I like Bob? As I don't know, I know who Bob Ross is. I know of Bob Ross, but I don't know Bob Ross, so I cannot say if I like Bob Ross because I don't know Bob Ross.
I'm gonna piggyback a question. Did you ever watch his painting shows?
No, because we didn't have it over here.
Okay.
But I have seen there's a subscriber that I subscribe to, a creator that I subscribe to called Chloe Rose, who she's done so many Bob Ross-esque bits on her channel and tried to do similar paintings to him and follow his lead. And that's how I know of him.
I got you.
And I've seen his hair. It's like Leo Sayer. I don't know if you guys know who Leo Sayer is. You do know who Leo Sayer is. It's Leo Sayer, like, hair. And his painting is just... And you're supposed to be teaching these people? Like, how? Get back to basics, man. But, yeah, it's... I'm sorry I can't answer that properly.
That's like that's like the question with the black hole.
Yes. Yeah. It's out there.
It's out there.
I'll make you a little bit more comfy again, okay? Before I jump on your earbox again. This is a double-ended one. Okay. What have you always wanted to do but haven't? My lipstick's wearing off. It's not good.
I've never gone skiing, and I would love to go skiing.
So what's held you back?
Number one, getting to a place where I could ski. and the nerves to get on there and just throw myself down a hill or a mountain, I should say.
Throw herself. I don't know if this is a cry for suicidal help, or if this is weekend kind of thing. I'm not very sure. I'm not too sure.
There's a couple things. There's a couple things I haven't done. That I like. I would like to go skiing. I would love to learn how to scuba dive and just have it. But to me, these are things that are a little bit on the pricey side. At least for me here in Florida, to scuba dive and to go skiing, it's pricey. So right now, financially, it's not a doable thing. Plus, with COVID, you can't do it. But maybe at some point, I will.
You will. You will. Go on, then. Hit me. Hit me, baby, one more time. Or at least about another 22.
Listen, I'm glad you're in that mode, because your question is there a song that describes yourself? And if so, which one?
Alanis Morissette, Jagged Little Pill.
There you go. Sing some of it. Can you sing some?
I wouldn't, no, because I don't know the song. It's not how I would describe me, but it's how people in my life twice at different stages have described me. And they've said that I'm great medicine, but as soon as somebody takes me in, I'm like so painful. It's just too much. I'm too much. I get it. I'm too much. Full stop. I'm spiky. I hurt. I cause pain, and yet all I'm meaning to do
is love,
heal and help, and it doesn't always work out like that. So it's not how I would describe myself, but it's how people have described me. And if that's how two completely different people have described me, out of all the songs in the entire world to come out with, they both came out with the same. There you go. We'll go with it. Let's go with
that.
At this precise moment, I would like to say to everybody in the chat, thank you for popping in. Welcome in. It doesn't mean we're going to get to them. If you stick an out of the box question into the chat, it'll get picked up. It'll get thrown at me somewhere else. I'll grab it at the end if we have the time, and it may well get asked. So think out of the box. Okay, Brenda.
Yes.
In a live video, who would be your ultimate guest?
Live or dead or historic?
It says in a live video, who would be your ultimate guest?
My father.
Okay, that's quite sweet. Would you banter off of each other? Would you be telling jokes, or would it be nice and heartfelt and this is what family is kind of video?
No, it would be a really one-sided conversation. It would be me asking him a lot of questions.
So kind of like this, then. We just need to stop
I would probably put my father has passed on, so I would be putting him on the spot. So I would ask him questions that I still have things that I still have questions about still to this day.
One day, maybe you might take, I want to say resolution, that's wrong. I can't think of the flipping word, but you might take comfort, that might be the best. Might take comfort in knowing what you know and not knowing what you don't know.
That's the problem. The only information I know is one-sided. And so I would like to hear his version of things instead of only getting it one-sided. But that's who I would interview. That's
lovely. Heidi, yes, I like turnip. There you go. So,
Okay.
I thought that was nice and easy because it was a yes, no to both of us. Do we like turnip? Yes. Go on then, Brenda. Lay it on me. Don't lay a turnip on me, please. Or a pea.
Okay. Question for you is, what motivated you to start your YouTube channel?
Dana at Triple C and Joe Show forced me into it with a gun to my head and a boot at my butt.
I don't know if she's here, but Dana, awesome job.
The very first video that I did was actually a thank you because I'd entered a giveaway for Kerry the Annie Elephant and I won and I wanted to express my thanks. And you can type whatever words you want. You need to see the person to be able to see the emotion. So I wanted to thank her. So I wanted to do a little video just to do that. And I did. And then Dana said, look, you've already got one video on there. Just go for it. Just do it. Just be yourself. You've got a great personality. Go out there, do it. And then it was like, nah. After about 2 weeks, I started going, maybe. And so Dana gave birth to me.
Oh, wow. Now that's something I can't get out of my mind.
Oh, poor Dana. Okay. Who would come into your channel that would make you proper fangirl and giggle? Like proper and then giggle like a stupid little spanked schoolgirl kind of thing. I don't know if spanked schoolgirls get giggles, but you know what I mean. Keep it clean.
Yeah. I am so boring. I'm really realizing how boring I am.
Can you hear the cogs, people? Can you hear that?
Let me dig in here to see if I can find that would make me giggle and go like crazy, like
Proper fangirling. Sorry.
I'm trying to think. Give me a moment.
We're giving a moment.
I say Andrea Bocelli is one of my all-time favorite person, singer, opera, and I think I would pee myself if I saw him. I mean, I have seen him perform, but to have him sit next to me and I would probably pee my pants.
Brenda, I'm so with you. Like, seriously, when you said about my celebrity crush, those three are there. They are number one. Andrea Bocelli is number two. He is so gorgeous, got such a beautiful voice. And he could turn around and say he had explosive diarrhea and
and you would still love it.
oh my gosh, that man. Ugh. Yeah. Oh, good girl. Oh, yeah. I am so. Look, high five. Woo! Okay. Next, we've got a couple of questions coming in. They're quite funny, actually. I've got to say. Yeah. Oh, no, I just saw it. Just before it left, I saw it. Go for it.
Okay. Somebody asked this, and I didn't know anything about this, but you may be able to elaborate. How has your ferry accident shaped your life?
The ferry accident that I had when I was 4 years old has given me, I would say, slight PTSD. It has also given me claustrophobia and in knock-on effect, like the ripple effect, as the ripples have come out, it's made things a little bit worse because I never had complete answers. because I've never been able to talk to my parents about it. I've never been able to talk to the lady that saved me about it. I'm left going, because I've got nobody to talk to.
Mm-hmm.
And every March, I have to talk about it to someone. I've spoken to the post lady about it. I've spoken to the butcher about it. I've spoken to the post office clerk about it. Anybody who's around on the anniversary, I will spill it out.
When's the anniversary?
It's in March. You guys will know it's in March. But if I don't, I still get nightmares. The weird thing is that people might go, what? That doesn't make sense. Yes, it might have been a ferry accident. Yes, I might nearly have drowned. Yes, hundreds did. I love water and I have no fear of boats.
I believe that. I believe that. I have a vague memory of my childhood when and I don't know the details. I've never asked anybody the details, but I have a vague memory in my childhood that I was drowning and my dad dove in and saved me. But I am a water. I'm not comfortable if I'm not around water. Pool, the beach, the river, a lake. I'm just all about that. That's always been my life. I've always been a beach bum, a seal at the pool. I mean, I've always had to have water near me. So even when we lived in Virginia, which I was just for 2 years, we used to have a lake in the back, and we actually swam in the lake. So I had to go into some form of water always.
I've got a little friend. Okay. Next question for Miss Brenda then.
Yes.
Okay. Now this can be, we're not talking crochet, we're talking about anything. Okay, anything. What have you wanted to make but always been too scared to?
An item or a craft?
Absolutely anything. Absolutely anything. I mean, if you've always wanted to light your farts, you know, that's making
I've always wanted to. There's a couple of things. When it comes to crochet, wearables has always been an intimidation of mine. I'm taking baby steps. Dana, here's your top. And number 2 is to throw pottery, to use a pottery wheel, which is what my husband gifted for Christmas. So I'm using it little by little. I'm taking my baby steps and trying to learn through YouTube and other means, but I'm working on it now. And it is a bit intimidating. And because of the way my brain works, I have to go at it little by little. Otherwise, I get like anxious and I get intimidated and I won't do it again. So I go like Thursdays is my day where I go usually in the afternoon. I'll go for a couple hours back to that shed and I'll turn on some jazz or some bossa nova, Brazilian music, and I just start spinning, and whether it becomes a mush or it becomes
start spinning right. You don't stand there spinning yourself.
You mean to tell me that clay is supposed to spin?
Check these things. I mean, you didn't say.
Damn, no wonder every time I'm done, I'm all dizzy.
Okay.
Yeah, honey, did you hear that? I'm not supposed to be spinning. It's the
clay. I think she needs bigger balls of clay. I'm very, very quickly going to address Pat. I know I'm breaking this up.
That's okay. It's your live. I mean, it's our live, but you're the host, so you do what you think.
Pat, why do I have one ponytail one side? Why? Why have I got one earring one side? Why have I got eyelashes one side? Why have I got eyeliner only one side? Why am I wearing red with a blue dress? Because I'm being out of the box, my darling. I'm being out of the box. Ta-da! just to be stupid is the easiest answer. There you go. Just to be stupid.
I was wearing my box.
There's an extra, and I don't think anybody can.
Oh my goodness. Your contacts too. One is, well, one, you have one contact, right?
One contact.
Pretty nice.
I just wanted to be stupid because I've got an excuse for one.
That's not being stupid. That's just having fun.
Okay. So that was the question to you. That means, oh gosh, it's my turn. Go on then.
If you could change one thing about your life, what would it be? No mushiness. You're getting like I get.
If I could change one thing, and I'm literally going to leave it at this. I'm not going to go into detail. I'll answer it.
Okay.
I wouldn't have rung the paramedics for my grandmother. I would have bloody done it myself. There you go. That's all I'm giving you.
That's all we want.
That's all I'm giving you. Right.
It'll be okay.
Sorry.
It's all right. It's all right.
Brenda, what is your favourite thing to crochet?
That's not out of the box.
I know, right? Someone was desperate to know, though.
My favorite things to crochet, believe it or not, is actually baby blankets.
Oh.
And the reason they're my favorite is because they don't have a long shelf life in my life. I make them, I gift them. I make them, I gift them. And it's just ongoing. And whether it's me gifting them or my daughter coming by to say I need a baby shower gift, or my son swinging by and saying we have a baby shower to go to, can I take a blanket? I'm like, sure. So I make them and I store them, and they're like, they never stay in the shelves long enough. So baby blanket is a quick and easy, and I, with the color combinations, that I just think it's there. Each one of them may be similar, but they're all so different too. So I like them. I like making them.
That's a good reason. Go on then.
Okay, who makes you giggle like a little girl? That's the question you posed to me. I'm gonna pose it to you.
Believe it or not, and nobody really does believe this, but outside of the YouTube world, I don't laugh all that much. I don't giggle all that much.
I'm the same way.
And people think I'm a right sad cow, but I'm very cynical and very blunt and very and it's really difficult to make me giggle or to make me laugh. So to ask who makes me giggle like a little schoolgirl, it could be absolutely anyone, and it's normally for the most ridiculous or dirty, or it could be the stupidest little thing. You can say it to me one day and I will be peeing my pants and high pitched, and if you were to say it the next day, I'd be like, really? So honestly, I can't answer that because there isn't any particular one person. But if you get me to genuinely laugh, well done, Brenda and Ingrid and Jennifer and Squish Squish.
We're gonna have to work on that one.
There's quite a few of you that have actually made me giggle, but there's no particular one person.
Hey, you were giggling when I showed up in your computer with this box on.
I did say, Brenda, I did put you first. Okay. Leave him alone.
He's looking at you, baby.
She's got eyes. I've got hands. Okay. Where is your favorite place to create? Inside or outside?
If I'm creating crochet inside, if I'm creating polymer clay inside, if I'm working with pottery outside. Yeah.
Is there any particular reason why either of them?
No, I mean, it's really hot here in Florida, and you guys know that musk yarn is warm. So crocheting outdoors here in Florida is not very pleasant. And the polymer, when I do hooks, I have to bake them, so that's usually easier if I just do it inside the house. And with clay, it makes a huge mess. I'm going to show you a before and after before I start spinning and after I'm done spinning.
I've got to go back to the previous question and say, you or the clay?
Or the clay, yes, yeah. I'm wondering now that may have a lot to do with the mess I make.
We've solved a problem, people. We have solved a problem. This has all been worth it. Hit me.
Okay. Do you have a phobia or phobias? And if so, what are they?
Spiders, pylons, the dark, and death.
What? Come again? Spiders?
Spiders.
Uh-huh.
Pylons. Electricity pylons.
Uh-huh.
Great big metal towers with 20 million volts running through them.
Yes.
Okay. I have nightmares about them. They're my worst fear.
Really?
The dark and death.
Really? Wow. Interesting. Interesting.
There you go. See, that was a nice, easy one to run past, wasn't it? Okay, here we go, slightly out of the box, and I'm wondering whether she'll do what has been asked.
Oh, Lord.
Brenda.
Yes?
I'm just going to get up close and personal. So, this is a three-parter. You ready?
Uh-huh.
Do you have tattoos?
Yes.
Okay, second part. What is your favorite tattoo?
My favorite tattoo is a tattoo. I have two favorite tattoos. My favorite tattoo is a tattoo of this. I'll show you.
Oh, that was going to be the third part. You ruined it.
No.
That's good. Saved me asking. I thought that was a bum.
My favorite tattoo is the tattoo of an outline of my daughter and my son kissing each other when they were babies.
Oh, that's so cute.
And I have it right here.
Oh.
And the other one is a elephant that my daughter and I got together, and that one is back here.
And I'm guessing because of where they are, we're not going to see them, are we?
If you want to see them, I can show you if you want to see my ugly belly.
We want to see your ugly, beautiful belly. Oh, look. That is so adorable. Oh, nice. Elephant. Lift it, lift it, lift it, lift it. No, turn the other way. Oh, there you go. Oh, look. Oh, Brenda, me likey, me likey. Oh, there you go. Whoever wanted to see Brenda's skin, now you've seen it. I can cross that one off the list. Done.
The skin and all the stretch marks.
Hey, look, I was told a long time ago, if you've got stretch marks, they're nothing to be ashamed of. They're your baby's signature.
That's true.
There you go.
Let's see. Is it my turn to ask you?
Unfortunately.
No, this one's actually not so out of the box and actually quite easy, I would think. Where did your interest in gardening come from?
That's probably from my grandparents, from my Oma and my Opa on my mother's side. My grandfather was a landscape gardener. He had no interest in his own garden, but he'd always get on his bike, clear off miles away to play with somebody's garden, come back at dark on his bike with his little light. And I thought, that's brilliant. I love it. I want to do that. And
Mm-hmm.
my grandmother, like, you could give her a dead plant, she'd touch it and it'd bloom. She had such an amazing green finger. And I kind of took my grandmother's green finger and my grandfather's hatred for his own garden, and I got little pots and I would plant little seeds. And my parents both hated me being out in the garden because the grass was taller than I was. And this was even when I was like 7, 8 years old. The grass was still taller than me. And I would go out there and I would check on my plants every dry day. And I loved the germination. And when I left home, it was house plants. And I would grow house plants. And it was so clear I had my grandmother's touch and my grandfather's need to keep things going. So
That's awesome.
it comes
You
from my
see,
grandfather.
it was a simple question, but how intriguing is that, you know? It's
And
amazing how we get a lot of our interest from past
our genes,
generations. Yeah.
definitely. So this is an in the box, out the box question. Okay. Okay. Have you ever crocheted in the dark? Wait for it. Wait. With no light up hooks.
No,
Oh, well, that was easy, wasn't it? There you go. That was easy.
no, never. I've crocheted in the dark with a neck light.
And you see, I didn't specify that. You could turn around and go, yes, I have. No light up hooks at all. I'm brilliant. See, you could have said that.
I could have said that, but I know that that was not the question you were going for. So, but I figured I still say I still let you know that I have. I just use a neck light, one of those little neck lights.
I would just have turned around and said, no light up hooks? No, I've never used a light up hook, but I have definitely crocheted in the dark.
I don't even have light up hooks.
To be
Never.
fair, you can't say that that's crocheting in the dark because you're creating light. So light is there, so dark's been eliminated. So
Yeah.
yeah, we'll just have to go back to no
Yeah.
again.
No. Question for you: if you could only eat one food for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Salad.
What is
Salad.
it? Salad.
Yep.
Oh wow.
Yep. I
That's
am
the way
so
I feel lately.
happy with salad. Like, if you only fed me salad for the rest of my life, I would be so happy. And I'm not talking about drowning it in ranch dressing and like somebody in here likes to do, or smothering it in mayonnaise or salad cream or no. Give me salad.
You want lettuce.
Salad. Lettuce, tomato, cucumber, carrot, apple, raisins, nuts, whatever is classed as rabbit food, gimme.
All
Gimme.
right. Good
So
one.
happy. So happy. We won't mention any names, Tris. Don't worry. She's going to kill me. Okay, out of the box.
Oh,
When was the most inappropriate time you burst into laughter? That's going to take thinking, huh?
No, I remember exactly.
Oh, she's there. She's saying, "Can I
Yeah.
dare say it?"
I remember exactly, and it was a moment of intimacy, and it went really bad. That's all I'm gonna say.
We all being there. We all being there.
I'm not gonna say anything else.
Oh, poor Mr. Newbie. Now we know. Okay, come on then. Quick.
Question for you: if you could live in a book, TV, a TV show, or movie, what would it be?
Pride and Prejudice.
Really?
I love the costume
I was
because
thinking I was thinking for myself, Sense and Sensibility.
it's close. See, it's the
Yeah.
same author. It's that period costume. It doesn't matter whether you are high and mighty or whether you are low. They've got the same costume almost. It's just the colouring and a little bit of lace work that changes. And to go for a parade around the dining room, no technology, no having to worry about text messages, only worrying about who you're going to marry. I mean, let's face it, I'd
Who
be
you're
one of.
gonna marry and making sure you don't run out of tea.
Yes. It's a good way to put it. Yes, quite right.
I think speaking of Trish, I think Trish would probably join us as well. She would probably want to live in Pride and Prejudice or Sense and Sensibility.
Tris, with Sense and Sensibility, you're pushing things there. Okay, Brenda. Your name, Brenda the Newbie Crocheter.
Yeah.
You're not a newbie. So have you considered changing your name?
I have considered it, and in fact, I was talking to somebody the other day that said, you're no longer a newbie. You should change or something. It's something along the lines of changing the name. And I thought of changing it to Brenda, the not so newbie crocheter. But then I got backlash from everybody saying, no, don't change it. Leave it as it is because we would have a hard time finding you. So
They're subscribed to you.
no, but I'm saying a lot of people said that by having the word newbie, it actually calls out to those people who are new to the craft. And so right now I have no plans on changing it. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, it's been brought up. It's been brought up.
Give me veggies any day. I'm not a lettuce fan. Okay. Say
Question.
whatever you like, Tris. I'll still take it from you. Okay, go on then. What time are we
Okay,
on?
this one is another one of those questions, a little bit out of the box. But if you had to give up one of your senses, which one would it be?
Oh, this was asked in someone else's channel, and I came straight out with an answer, and I was so proud of it. And right now, I can't think. Which one could I live without? I can smell a fart before someone's left it. I've got an amazing taste palette. I love to be able to touch, and as people know in my lives, touch can bring love and care as well as anger and sadness. But there's so many other senses apart from the five main ones. Hearing. I'll go with the hearing. I could lose the hearing. I think I could get rid of the hearing, and I would be appreciative that I can still see the wonders of the world, and that people could still communicate with me, and I could still hold and feel emotionally and physically. So yeah, get rid of me.
And you can still smell your farts.
It's always a bonus. I mean, okay, I wouldn't be able to hear that I've done them, but let's just hope that I can feel them, right? I'd say get rid of hearing. It's going to happen inevitably at some point anyway. I could not turn around and say it doesn't matter that I don't hear anything, because it really does, and I'm so grateful that I've had all of my senses. I'm very, very, very lucky. But if I had to, if somebody was going to go, right, you got 20 seconds, tell me a sense, let's get rid of it, that'll be it. That'll be it. Exactly, Pat, exactly. Although, knowing me, I wouldn't be able to learn a yarn thing from it, but, try. Okay. Have you ever lost your cool when being asked for your handmaids? So if somebody's gone, can I have a hook? Can I have one of your hooks? Can you make me one of your hooks? No, I don't want to buy it. Give me one of your hooks. I want one of your hooks. Here's my address. Send me a hook. Have you ever lost your cool with it?
I've never been approached like that. There was a another YouTuber who sent me something recently that took me back a little bit. Basically, telling me that I should be watching her video,
Mm-hmm.
and I just kindly replied, sure, I will, but it would be helpful. I said, sure, I will, but it will be helpful for me for you to send subscribers to my channel as well. So I won't battle it out. I mean, it's not worth it. But if they expect something from me, then I'm going to put something on you. And that's just how I function. I'm not uh, um, a person that's vindictive or anything like that. But in situations like that, I'll try not to answer right away. I'll pause and look at it and see how I can best address the situation.
Mm-hmm.
And I did. I watched the videos, but then I did reply to her the same way that you want me to help you. You can also help me,
Mm-hmm.
and this is how. So yeah, but sometimes I do get taken back. There's some people out there who are a little bit high strung and very forceful in wanting people to support. I mean, there are many of us who have full-time jobs, and then others who don't. They're home and they have maybe more time. And even if you are home, it doesn't mean that you have all the time in the world. Many people are home and they're taking care of somebody else, or they have physical limitations and they can't be watching or sitting or doing certain things for long periods of time. So you know um, you don't know what the other person's schedule is like or their abilities, and to approach somebody like that, I think is very unnecessary. But it is what it is, and it's part of, I mean, we're in this big bubble of a lot of people with different personalities and attitudes and ways of approaching things, and so I don't take it personal. I just try to deal with those things as a one-offs. And like I said, I'm not vindictive, so it's not gonna unsubscribe to their channel and say no, forget it. That I don't work like that. I mean, I'm not like that.
She's too good. For those that are wondering that I may be taking advantage of Brenda, Brenda started this thing up. I suggested what to do. I then asked Brenda, where would you like to do it? Brenda said, your channel, i.e. mine.
Mhm.
And the other day I said to Brenda, when this is done, this is going on your channel too, so that we've both got it.
Mhm.
It's give and taken, give and taken. Gimme! Okay.
Okay.
Gimme. Question, gimme.
I like this question.
Oh no. I don't like this question.
No, I like this question. It's very I mean, in my mind, it's a very one of those emotional moments. But I'm gonna put it to
Oh
you.
good.
Uh, the question is, where would you go if you could time travel?
Back to that point where I rang the paramedics for my grandmother.
Okay.
There we
Okay.
go. Done.
Done. Next question.
Now I didn't understand this question, so I apologise. I'm going to guess that it's an American thing,
Okay.
or it's just a Brenda thing. I'm not too sure. So I'm going to ask it, and if you don't know, I'm so sorry. You're just going to have to say, give me the next one, and I'll give you one straight after, okay?
Okay. Okay.
Regarding tattoos,
Uh-huh.
would you consider getting abs?
Apps.
ABS. You're looking as lost as I did when I got the question.
The only thing I can imagine by apps is having tattoos in the like in this area,
Your abdominal muscles.
which I one of mine it's in that area and it's very painful, and that's probably why they asked that question. It's very painful to have get tattoos in that area, and I think for me, I don't know if that's why they're asking, but for me, the outline of my kids was a very painful tattoo because it hits your rib cage.
Mm-hmm.
When you're laying down, I mean, I'm a bit on the heavy side, but everything kind of flows back, so your rib cage really is just right under the skin. So when the needle's hitting, it's very painful. That's the only thing I can imagine. Either that or draw abs with tattoos, and no, I would never do that.
Bringing it boring.
I wouldn't do that. I don't know if that's what a fake ab tattoo. Let me see if somebody does somebody in the comments know what an ab tattoo is now?
Okay, I never took any names down either, so I don't know who asked it, and I wouldn't shame them anyway. But
Okay.
you know,
Question for you.
yes, oh god,
What is one thing you miss about being a kid?
innocence.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can do so much as a kid, and it all
You
come
don't know
out.
any better.
Yeah, you're a kid. When you
Yeah.
do the same thing as an adult, you don't half get slandered for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, innocence, no question. There you go. That was nice and quick, wasn't it? Woo! This is really nice and quick for you too.
Yes.
What's your star sign?
My what?
Star sign.
A Leo? Is that what that means? I'm a Leo.
Do you
Yeah.
know your Chinese star sign?
I think I checked it once, and I want to say I was a rat, but I'm not 100% sure. I think I was a rat.
We can.
I was born in 1969, so if anybody wants to double check that, you can.
I'll check it because I've got a feeling you've got water involved with you, or fire. It's going to be one or the other. I think.
Ooh.
I think.
Question for you.
Yes.
If you won the lottery,
I'd have to enter it first.
okay, if you won the lottery and the pot the winnings were millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars, what five things would you do or buy?
I have no idea why I'd have millions of dollars or why I'd enter the lottery. But what would I buy?
Or do with
I
it?
would buy the land and the house for my own security. So whether that counts as one or two, I'll leave that to you.
Okay.
Um, The security is a big thing. I would buy the burial plot next to my grandmother. I have a lock of her hair deliberately to turn it into a gem. I'd do that because that costs thousands. I'd do that.
You got 4. One more.
You're going to count that as 4. Okay. So the 5th thing, I don't know if you're going to count this as more than one.
Go ahead.
I would be dishing it out big time. Proper dishing it out for those that are closest to me and those that I have come into contact with. We're not talking COVID here. That have touched me in any way through my life that I'm still in touch with, that needed, wanted, wouldn't expect, I'd give to. And yes, that does include charity.
Awesome. That's great.
There you go.
That's good.
3 bucket list items, Brenda.
3 bucket lists. Tris, I want to go to Bora Bora. 2, I want a small cottage, 2 bedrooms, 1 bath, where I can see the ocean in a place in the United States where I can experience both summers, falls, springs, and winter. And go skiing. And go skiing. Yes.
Well done.
So I would live by the beach so I could go scuba diving. I would go skiing, and I would go to Bora Bora so I can put in practice my scuba diving.
There you go.
There you go.
Yeah, she's scuba diving. Yeah. Go on.
If you found yourself without a hook, what would you use to crochet?
Fingers. Or I would bend a knife. You know, like a dinner knife, a blunt dinner knife. I would deliberately bend them with my pliers.
What about hang? You guys use hangers, right? I mean those metal hangers.
Yeah. Well, not since about the early 80s, but they're still around.
No more wire hangers. That's a movie here. It's called Mommy Dearest. The mom did not want any wire hangers. So, shoot.
Okay, out of the box. I don't know how comfortable you're going to be with this one.
Oh. Go ahead.
Ready? What do you do with your tash?
What do I do with my stash?
Your tash.
What's tash?
Your mustache.
Oh. Which right now needs a good waxing.
There we go. She does a good girl.
Question for you. If a random cat started stalking you, what would you do with it?
I would be very apprehensive because of Beanie, but I'd do everything in my power to make it mine. I mean, make me its. Yeah, I've had it once before. I had a kitten that would follow me home from work, and it was a long way. And I used to get almost all the way home and then walk it all the way back to where I found it because I'd hoped that I'd shake it off.
Yeah.
And I never did. And then one day I found that somebody was following the cat home, and it turned out to be the cat's owner. And she wondered where her cat was going and thought that somebody was egging it on.
Oh,
and I wasn't. And that was the last time that I ever saw the cat. I don't know if she gave it stern talking to or what. I don't know. But I was so keen to make it mine.
Aww. She probably put him on a leash.
I don't even want to think. She weren't exactly a nice little shiny penny. She really wasn't.
Okay.
What is the scariest thing you ever did? Waxed my tash.
The scariest thing I ever did.
Laughed at my husband during intercourse.
I am not very good with horror anything. Nothing horror, nothing scary. That just me and horror don't get along. Um, so years ago, um, my husband, all his cousins had come down from Puerto Rico, and I was pregnant with my son, and we decided to go to downtown Orlando. They used to have what was called Terror on Church Street, and it was like a haunted mansion, and they were all egging me on, egging me on, egging me on to go. They're all going, and it's a big crowd, so I figured, oh, it's going to be fine. And they told me, we'll surround you, we'll make sure nothing comes near you. I didn't know what to expect, so I just decided to go in there. And so, lo and behold, when we're in there, you have people dressed in different ways, reaching out to you, coming out of the woodwork and chasing you around. And it was the worst experience ever. And it got to the point where towards the center of the whole thing, they actually give you an opportunity to get out. I mean, this guy comes out saying, if what you've experienced has you all, whatever, this is your opportunity to leave. And I was like, see ya.
Bye. Yeah.
So yeah, that was the scariest thing. I'm not,
Nor
I'm
did
not,
I, Tabby, nor did I.
mm-mm. Me and scary things don't get along.
I'm quite the opposite.
Yeah? You like it?
I crave it. Go on,
Really? No, not me.
face your fear, but don't bring spiders or pylons or death. Go
Question
on.
for you. If you had to listen to one song all day, what would it be?
If I had to just 24 hours all day. More than words. I can't remember the
Oh,
flipping people who did it. More than
yes, I
words.
remember. I remember that song.
More than words to make you feel that your love
Love
for
for
me.
me is real. Yeah.
Love it. Love
Mine
it.
would mine would be Lady in Red.
Lady in red
Yeah.
is dancing with me.
I love that song.
Cheek.
And you know what? There's a YouTube channel that I listen to. It's I don't know the name. He's kind of thing at several different channels, but it's all bossa nova. It's just Brazilian jazz, and they have that song in their playlist, but in a Brazilian bossa nova jazz way, and it is
It's
awesome.
remixed.
Yeah, I love it. I could listen to that over and over and over all day. Anyways, sorry. Go ahead. I'm answering your question. Sorry.
What is your go-to karaoke song?
I don't have one.
You do now. Think of one.
Probably probably Selena. Por un amor, con tanto amor. A Spanish song. Selena, Selena, Selena.
I'm so glad you guys are extreme. Thank you, Karen. Thank you. More than words by extreme. Thank you. I don't know personally who's
Como
Selena.
una flor,
I
con
know you
tanto
guys are a bit.
amor. I sing horribly. But anyways, yeah, that's probably what I would pick. Selena, I think it's Selena who sings it, but She's a Mexican singer that's already passed on, and in fact, Jennifer Lopez, that's how she became big, is by doing the role of Selena in that movie. So, question for you, my friend, is what activity would be considered your most favorite date?
A country walk.
Aww, picnic?
Purely because I wouldn't want to date like a first date. I would not want to be sat in a restaurant because I don't like eating in front of people. And on a first date, you want to get to know the person. You can't talk with your mouth full.
True that.
Talk to somebody. I wouldn't want it to be in the cinema because you can't talk in a cinema. You've got to be quiet. And my gob would be full of popcorn. It'd be lovely to have a picnic, but again, it's eating. A country walk, you've got beautiful surroundings. I'm amongst stuff that I'm really comfortable with, and you've got the time to communicate and see how he feels about the surroundings. So yeah, country walk.
That's nice.
Just like it ain't my ideal, but it's nice. Okay. What time are we on? Oh, we're good. We're good. Coke or Pepsi?
Pepsi.
So quick.
I will drink Coke, but I will go to Pepsi first. I don't drink much soda though. The only soda right now I'm drinking, it's Diet Cream soda.
Diet cream soda. I
Yeah.
love cream soda. There you go. Somebody asked in the chat how Beanie's doing. So there you go. That's how Beanie's doing.
Speaking of Beanie, I'll show the next question actually has to do with her. And the question goes like this. What has been the rudest thing Beanie has said to you? You want it out of the box.
Quite a few times, you know, and I'm trying to feed her, and she's like, "Why don't you just?" And I'm like, "Look, I'm trying to do something for you. If I didn't do it, but." You know, at the end of the day, despite her angry words and evil looks, really.
I'm sure she does. I'm sure she does.
I think I've only got one more, and then we can hit it over to the people in the chat.
Okay. It's your turn.
And it's the in the box. It's not an out of the box one. It's an in the box. What's your most favorite thing you have ever created? That could be food. It could be crochet. It could be your children.
My favorite thing that I ever created, and I don't know if you guys have seen my Instagram page. Let me see if I can show it to you. Only because it's hard to. It is actually a set that I did for. Come on. Why is it that when you want things to work, they don't work?
Because it's technology, which is why I want to be in Pride and Prejudice.
Okay, here we go. Here we go. Okay. When my daughter started dating my son-in-law, and they were pretty serious about each other. I was already crocheting, and I decided he used to. Well, he stopped right now because they're both corrections. They were both corrections officers, but he used to box quite a bit. He used to be a boxing coach. So I just made a little set that it is a boxing set in crochet for a baby.
Wait, let me bring you up. I didn't know we were going to do show and tell. Hang on. Oh, look! That is so adorable. Oh, Miss Brenda. Love it. Very, very cute. Very, very cute.
So when my and this was before they even got married or had children, I just thought it was a cute thing to do, thinking future, who knows? And when my grandson was born, they actually took pictures of him. Oh, there's another thing that I did that is my favorite. Hold on.
We have joint favorites.
I'm right here.
There she is.
It's this little elephant that's in the picture with my grandson.
Oh, let me bring you up again. Oh.
You can barely see it because he's laying on it, but
what
it's a little elephant that he's.
You made the elephant.
Yeah. But those two are my favorite. I have a few, but those two I think are some of my favorites.
It's adorable. You've got one more for me, and then we can.
Yes.
Yeah. Look at her. She's like, yeah.
Hold on. I have a couple options here, so I'm looking for one.
And then after this, we've just about got enough time to grab the ones that you guys have asked in the chat. So listen out. She's doing it eeny, meeny, miny, mo. I go for number 2.
Okay, that one it is then. Which 3 YouTubers would you like to meet in person?
Nobody. There is a reason why. There is a reason why.
If COVID wasn't an issue.
No, this is an honest answer. Nobody.
Okay.
Because I wouldn't want the illusion to disappear. Either way. I wouldn't want them to go, oh, you really are like this in real life? Oh. And I wouldn't want to see the person unmasked. I wouldn't want that illusion dissolved. So while there's a screen between us and I like what I see on the screen and they like what they see on the screen, I want to be happy with that.
Okay.
And I want them to be happy with it. But if you really, really twisted my arm, which you're not, I'm not giving you an answer. That's my answer.
All right. So
well
let's go with
Brenda. Well picked.
Can I go back and draw again? Let's see what they have for us. Does anybody have any questions?
So we have got, I'm going to say your names because you came up in the chat anyway. So no. So some of these they've said for both of us. Okay. Some of these they've asked for a particular one of us. So this one's for Beaver. Either of us, both of us. Have either of you gone skinny dipping, says Pat Dancer.
Quite often, actually.
Quite often. I mean, let's face it, the size I am now, I wouldn't be dipping. I'd be floating. I'd be skinny floating. Actually, flabby floating. But, yeah, lots of times when I was young.
I've been skinny dipping for many years. I did it when we lived in Virginia with the lake in the back and having a pool of your own.
Have you done it outside of your pool?
Huh?
Have you done it outside of your own pool? See, for me, it's only ever been rivers and lakes and ponds.
Yes, I have.
There you
go. I have done it outside of my own pool, yes.
There you go. Got to get every little crevice wet. Thanks, Pat. What is the craziest thing you've ever done, Brenda?
The craziest thing I ever did was before I got married, some friends and I Well, actually, a friend of mine was invited by some random guy that she had just met to Miami Beach, and she did not want to go by herself. And this gentleman bought plane tickets for her and I to go for one night. And I look at it now and I said, "Oh my God, why did you just put yourself through? You know what did you do? You know how dangerous that could have been." Because we must have been maybe 17, maybe 18. And we flew to Miami. We hung out in Coconut Grove all night. Went back to this guy's house, spent the night, and the next morning flew back to Orlando. And I think about it now and I'm going, "You
Why?
foolish, foolish, foolish child."
The weird thing is, mine is the same age. I was 17 and I flew to another country. I'd never flown before. I flew to another country on my own to go and meet somebody that I'd met on the internet. And I realized that I'd never had a picture of him. I realized that I really didn't fancy him as much as I liked on pen and paper. And we had a bit of an argument over one little thing. I was having major wisdom tooth problems at the time, and that's what it was over. And this is the crazy bit of it. I got on a random tram. Now, this is over in Holland, and Holland are full of trams all over the place. I got on a tram with no money, and I got off the tram, got on another tram, got off that tram, got on another tram. I went off and on trams for 3 or 4 hours and weirdly ended up where I started. And I don't know how, because I knew no Dutch. I wasn't able to communicate with anybody and I had no money, and yet you had to pay for your tram rides. But somehow I did it, and it was just, and the next day I flew back home, and I was supposed to be there a week and I was actually there for 2.5 days.
Wow. Wow, that's crazy.
There you go. See, craziest thing.
Mhm.
Okay. Squish. Interesting out of the box question.
What is it?
If you could be a male celebrity for a day, who would it be and why?
If I could be a male celebrity for a day, I would probably choose to be.
I'd be Trump and commit suicide.
Oh, I was just gonna say Obama, President Obama.
But he's
I
not
would just,
president anymore.
well, he's always titled president, but he's still very popular. He's still a celebrity.
He is still a celebrity.
I would just like to see. I would just like to understand his thought process. Not that I agree or disagree with any of his decisions or politically. I'm just curious about how his how he thinks.
Lovely. I like that. Who would I be? I would be. I'd be Sting, so that I could understand tantric. Besides, I'd want to wear his shoes just for a day.
You naughty, naughty girl.
There's nothing wrong with a girl liking shoes. Next question. That's a weird question. Okay. Who, in your opinion, makes the best fries? Best French fries?
Steak and shake over
Means
here.
nothing to me. I make the best French fries because I don't know anybody else who makes them.
Steak and shake for me.
Sorry.
I like those I like the thin ones.
That's what a French fry is, isn't it?
Well, there's some people make French fries thin, and those a little bit fatter. These are like shoestring, really, really thin.
French fries.
Yes, but they're really, really tiny thin.
French fries.
Yes, French fries.
Yeah, let's go
Anyways,
with French fries.
Steak and Shake is my favorite.
Me, my own. Do Beanie's antics make you laugh? Every day. Every day. Every day.
Beanie's antics? Is that the
Yeah.
question?
Yeah. If she walks down the hallway and I'm behind her, looking at her little fuzzy trousers, looks like, you know, in The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, you have that character, the fawn, who has goat legs, but he's male on top. Her little legs remind me of the fawn, so they look like fuzzy trousers, and it makes me laugh. For both of you, choose what planet you'd like to adopt. Earth is not included.
Uranus.
I beg your pardon. It has not parked for a while.
Hey, it's supposed to be fun, right?
Well, I think it'd be obvious which one I went for. I mean, I wouldn't want to adopt a planet because I wouldn't want the power, but it'd have to be the big blue one, or the little blue one, or the medium-sized blue one, or just the blue one. I don't care. Just the blue one. Blue one. Kitty's now withdrawing her question, even though she's only just asked it, and we've just answered it. Tabby, what is something you've done that you would never do again?
For me, is the very thing I did when I was 17 years old, going with a friend to a strange place, to a strange person's house. Not again. I would never do that.
I don't know if I can answer this because I've got to keep it PG.
You can find a way, I'm sure, saying it while keeping it PG.
I would only allow people through the front door.
Oh, I got you.
Moving on very quickly. So, Pat Dancer again. Would you either of you get plastic surgery?
Yes.
What?
Right now, nothing. But I think in a few years, a little tug here, a little tug there. I don't know. I don't know, but I don't want to. I don't want to say absolutely not because I don't know how I'm going to feel 10 years down the road. I think there's always something you may want to little do something here or something there. Like my mom, she's had some plastic surgery, and my mom's got like her eyebrows done. She has like eyeliner permanently tattooed on her eyes. She's got lip liner and actually lipstick all tattooed. So my mom wakes up looking fantastic at 82 years old. Huh?
Tattoos don't count as plastic surgery. That's just permanent makeup.
Well, I would say I would yes, I would consider it. Once it got to that time that I think I needed it, I would consider it.
And I would turn around and say, heck no. But there's a lot of times that I will look in the mirror and I realize that this side of my face is drooping far more than this side. And it really upsets me. But I wouldn't change it. There you go.
There you go.
Last one that's in here because nobody else has asked a question after this. Pat Fraser, if you could colour your hair any colour in the world, what colour would you do? I mean, hello, do you know me? Hello?
Blue for you?
How do you know?
I think I've colored my hair every color under the rainbow. Well, I haven't gone with those like pinks and yellows and greens. And I don't think I would ever go with those type of colors. I've gone like with purple, but actually hair dye. I haven't gone with those new time kind of colors that are like purple or blue or green. I don't think I would do that. So I think purple would be the craziest color I would go.
She crazy. 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 I've always wanted to have blue hair and I can't get it done, so I'm kind of gutted because I'm sorry, but I would be perma blue. Like really. Okay, so that's everything that's been thrown at us, Miss Brenda.
This was fun. Did you guys have a good time?
They're not listening. What are you asking them?
No?
They're not paying any attention. They're not paying any attention. But thank you so much, guys, for joining us. Whether you're in here through the live or there's another question. What are both your
Yes.
favourite movies?
My favorite movie.
An interview with Vampire joint top.
What is your favorite movie?
Labyrinth jointly topped with Interview with the Vampire.
Mine is Sense and Sensibility with Emma Thompson and Kate Winslet. And do I have another one? I love this movie. It's a little bit controversial, I think, at first, but it's just really, for me, it was really impactful. The Color Purple.
Oh, I like The Colour Purple. After she says that she'd dye her hair purple, she then says her favourite movie is The Colour Purple.
Yeah, it has no correlation. It's just coincidence.
Well done. Thank you very, very much for anybody who's watched the live, whoever's watching the replay, whether that be on Ladybird Loves channel or over at Brenda the newbie crocheter. She ain't so newbie. Whichever way it is, thank you very, very much. Please consider subscribing to the other one. But thank you very, very, very much for joining us. And thank you very, very much for the questions, for all those that contributed.
Thank you, guys.
So we bid you goodbye. Thank you. Take care. And we hope to see you around soon.
Thank you, guys. Thank you for joining us. It was a blast. We had a good time.
She's so going to regret ever saying anything ever to me again. Take care.
I just want you all to know that my abdomen and my tattoos are out there for in the World Wide Web now for eternity. Thanks to this
Don't
lady.
blame the person that asked the question. You said you want to see my stomach, and we were like, yeah, hello, yeah. Blaming us. See you later, guys.
Bye.